stopped over in this little town of Seaside, Florida. It's a beautiful little street here that we're walking down. Turn the camera on so you can see it. And if you are any movie buffs out there, this is the little town that The Truman Show starring Jim Carrey was filmed in. And just up here on the right hand side is his house. So this is kind of where the poles would have been set up with the cameras in them to film Truman. And his neighbor lived across the street, which is that house right there. But right here, number 31 or 36 was the house that Truman lived in from the Truman Show. That's where he uttered the famous line, "In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night." We're going to head deeper into town to see a few more of the filming locations. Super cool to be walking through the filming locations for Truman Show. It's one of my favorite movies. But we're kind of coming up to this square, this market square. And this is another major part of the Truman Show. It was filmed here. So this is Market Square. They kind of have it walled off so you can kind of just walk the middle. But this is where the market is that his friend works in. The post office is right up ahead. That was part of the location too. But like as you see, there's just little nods, and if you're a big film buff and fan of the movie, you definitely can see all the little cool hidden details and little details from the movie. Again, of course, it's changed many a year in design since the movie was filmed here, but very cool to go walk through kind of the famous scene in the movie where they're searching for Truman after he escapes out of the house, where they're kind of arm in arm walking through the street. That was all filmed right here on this main street. And then this is the United States Post Office, which is very cool. And then up here is Monica Market, which is where his friend works. So we'll head inside there and we can check out inside as well. If you look kind of off in the distance before we go into the market, you can see that tower. That's another distinct landmark from the film. But yeah, really cool to see the market street here, and you're able to just kind of walk the street and check everything out. Very cool to be walking these aisles and kind of seeing the layout of the store from when it was filmed, where his friend worked here, where he came in when he started realizing he was being watched, or he was getting paranoid that he was being watched. They even have the ladder that they used in the film. Yeah. roads here are so tiny. Trying to find the gazebo that they drive around in the film when he's like going crazy and trying to he like essentially kidnaps his wife and drives in circles around the gazebo. So he asked a few. There it is! So yeah, straight ahead of us, if you look, that's the gazebo from the film that they drive around in circles with. When he essentially kidnaps his wife and starts kind of figuring out bits and pieces that he's being watched the entire time. Obviously, it looks much different in the surrounding areas today, but this is the gazebo from the film. Now we're going to drive in circles a few times. Good thing there's nobody just sitting out here staring at us. It's a nice little town here in Seaside, Florida. Not even just because it was the filming location for Truman Show, but it's just a very quaint little town. And no pun intended, but it's a really pretty seaside town. We're going to start making our way back to Panama City now. We might stop at a couple places on the way there, but we will see you.